Hey everyone. Well, what am I doing here? I'm playing a little bit of my heroes. While I can, I just wanted to what the hell is that? I wanted to show you the game a little bit. As you can see, it's a bit snow or physics. I have crap. Anyway, so the overview. Basically, it's a Diablo flow. That's pretty simple to install. However, it's set in the Marvel Universe. And it's a free-to-play game. Well, free-to-play, what does it mean? Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you. Basically, it's possible for someone to play the game and get pretty much, well, not pretty much, but to get, they can get every hero in the game through drops. Drops are pretty rare, let's face it, so not necessarily something that you can expect getting often. Still, you know, you can get what you want with enough dedication and game time. Now, costumes are similar. They also drop, but of course, the drop rate for heroes and costumes is very low for one good reason. Well, they would like to make some money, so they want to encourage people who want to play a specific character to go and buy it. The price for characters varies between $6 for lower tier heroes, up to $20 for only 3 heroes, thankfully. Iron Man, Deadpool, and Spider-Man, I think. But for the rest, it's not too bad. Now, the reason I wanted to show this video right now is for one simple reason. Until June 3rd, basically tomorrow, you have Founders Packs that are available to purchase. So the Founders Packs, basically, you can buy a starter pack. Now, the starter packs are $20, and they give you the character you've chosen, plus I think it's $10 worth of in-game currency. So basically, you can make sure that you have the hero that you like, plus enough money to get another hero, or perhaps some more in the inventory tabs, something like that. And it ensures that if you really wanted to play a specific hero, you can right away. Otherwise, it can take quite some time to find the heroes that you want, since, well, hero drops are random. So it can take a long time to get a hero to drop, and far from certain it'll be the one that you want. So with starter packs, at least you know what you're getting. So in case you don't want, or you can't afford to pay for a starter pack, well, you can always do things the hard way. Or you can try the game for free and see if you enjoy it enough to put a little bit of money in it, and then get enough credit, gold, to buy the hero that you want. So right now I'm playing Scarlet Witch, who is one of the beginner heroes. So you have a choice between Scarlet Witch, The Thing, Daredevil, Hawkeye and Storm. Basically, I started with Storm, and once the tutorial's over, the game gives you another of the starter heroes, but randomly. And I was lucky enough to get Scarlet Witch, who I really wanted to play. And if you continue playing, eventually, once you finish the story, which is 8 chapters long, well, you'll get another of the 5 starter heroes for free. Again, randomly. So, you know, the game is rigged to encourage you to spend some money. For example, you have rest experience, kind of like what you find in WoW or other MMOs. Basically, if you don't play a character for some time, you get extra experience. So basically, you gain double experience for a while. I think that the maximum best experience is something like 70,000 experience, which is pretty much enough to get you from level 1 to 10 when you start. After that, the game gets slightly grindier. Of course, you gain half the experience, basically. Unless, of course, you have more than one character, then you switch characters, and you use that other character's rest experience until it runs out, and then you switch between characters like that. Of course, if you play a lot, you'll go through your rest experience like butter. But someone like me who had purchased a premium pack for $60, I had four heroes right from the get-go, plus the 2 starter heroes that I got from playing the game. So I can switch between my 6 characters, and I never run out of rest experience. Of course, if you have less characters, then I would suggest playing more casually. So basically, play Marvel Heroes one day, play a different game the next day, and come back a day later so that your rest experience is back. But, well, no, it depends on how you like to play your games. Anyway, what can I say about the game? The game, the first 2 chapters out of 8 tend to be really easy, and I noticed that quite a few enemies don't really respond very well to your actions. Perhaps they did it that way so that well, sort of a learning curve. I don't know, but it does get better in the later chapters. So I suppose that either they put more work on the later chapters, or they made the AI really with bare bones for the first 2 chapters to help casual players. Anyway, so hardcore players, you know, like hardcore Diablo 3 players, will likely be underwhelmed by the beginning of the game. Basically, you play through the 8 chapters, and that should get you around level 25, 26, and after that you can level up until 60 with dailies and PvP, and those missions are pretty tough right now. You know, they haven't, well, some are really easy, some are really tough. It depends on the powers that the bosses have. So likely they will continue to tweak that, and things will become more, well, I don't want to say casual friendly or hardcore player friendly, but they will probably become more balanced. So You have 26 heroes, I think, total. Right now, 22 are in the game. And I would say that most of them play rather differently. The way things work, it's similar to Diablo 2, as in that you have skill trees. Like, whoop, there you go. You have 3 skill trees for each hero. And for some heroes, it really offers a lot of options, and for others, there's only one clear path to use. So, yeah, it depends on the hero. For example, Jean Grey Phoenix, if you prefer, has her telekinesis tree and the Phoenix tree, and the two really are kind of opposite one of the other. So either you go one way or the other, and some characters do offer more than one build, and sadly they don't all do, and even though they should, but it's understandable. It's basically like having 26 different character classes. Well, they will likely improve that as they go. So let's see, you also have crafting, and crafting is pretty simple. They tried to make it a bit like the Oradric Cube from Diablo 2. Can't say that they really succeeded. I haven't really dabbled that much with the crafting part of the game, so I'm not really qualified to judge it. So it's something that you should try for yourself, but it's pretty simple. Is there anything else that I need to talk about? Oh yeah, you have usual stats that you would find in any action RPG, like attack, defense, attack speed, critical chance, etc., etc., item find, etc., etc. However, each character also has character stats, and those don't really change that much. So far, I haven't found any items that give plus 1 durability, for example. But as you gain levels, and maybe through some quests, I'm not completely certain, you do gain points. For example, Wolverine gained plus 1 fighting from 2 to 3 when he leveled to 10, if I'm not mistaken. Storm gained plus 1 intelligence at level 9 or 10, things like that. And the stats do make a difference. For example, if you have a character that has 1 speed, that's minus 15% to move speed. That pretty much sucks. And intelligence affects the rate at which you gain experience, so you might be more interested in a character that has high intelligence. That way you would gain levels faster. Or you might want to have a very good character in fighting or strength, so that you can throw cars around. You know, so each hero has its own stats, so they will influence to some extent your playstyle. Anyway, well, let me use the body slider, which is the equivalent of teleport in Diablo 2. Also, you have the waypoints, which are the same thing as in Diablo. Whatever, I'll use the waypoint. And I'll go to Avengers Tower. So, Avengers Tower, like, well, Buccaneer Coast, where I was, are public zones. So, you will meet a lot of players there. But when you enter an instance, technically, unless, of course, you toggled the automatic grouping feature, you will enter solo, and you can play, can fight every story boss solo. Some are much harder than others. Depends on your character, your level, your equipment, your skill build. So it depends on a lot of stuff. For example, Scarlet Witch now has an area of effect damage over time skill, and I easily dispatched the last two bosses by just running around and throwing that dot on the ground everywhere I went, so that the boss had nowhere to go and would just slowly whittle down and die. But other characters like Wolverine have to more or less go straight in for the kill and go melee. So against certain bosses, melee is not a good idea. So you have to use hit and run tactics or kiting, things like that. So it depends on the character, on the boss, etc. Now, as you can see, my computer is pretty old and slow, so don't worry about it. If you have a recent computer, loading will be much faster for you. So, basically, in this chapter, Avengers Tower is the main hub. Later on, I think it's Xavier's School for the Gifted, which becomes the hub. And at the beginning, I don't want to say something that will completely confuse you. I'm not entirely sure if there's more than 2 hubs. My memory's failing me. Anyway, inside the hub, sometimes you have quests. You have NPCs that can send you to different sections automatically. You have your stash, basically all your equipment, and in my case, since I had bought a premium pack, I had an extra costume for my 4 characters. This is why I have their character tabs. As you can see, there's an extra costume there. And you can buy extra tabs. For example, inventory tabs are the equivalent of $5.50 American dollars. Then you have the crafting tabs, which are $3. So far I haven't bought them. Once I run out of space, I might think about it. But it's not an obligation. You have the store, there. So in case you're interested, I'll show you the prices. That's important information. So you have Black Panther, Cable, Miss Marvel, Punisher, that are at $9. Black Widow, Daredevil, Hawkeye. Well, basically the starter heroes are $6. So once you've cleared the game and you have your 3 heroes, if you wanted the rest, well, $6 a piece. Some are $12, like the Thor, Rocket Raccoon, Hulk, Captain America. Sadly, since I own them, I can't give you the price for Colossus, Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Wolverine. But Wolverine is probably 12. Colossus is probably 9. Cyclops, either 9 or 12. And Jean Grey is probably 12. So anyway, these are the characters, and as I said, there are 3 characters that are $20, which is ridiculous. I wouldn't spend that much money. So Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Deadpool. And then you have the costumes, and the costumes are just too pricey for my taste. I did buy one because I'm an idiot, but since I have Storm, I absolutely wanted her Mohawk costume, because back when I was younger, when I read the comics, she had her Mohawk look and I loved it. So I got that costume, and as you can see, $10, you know, you have to really want it. And you also have items that you can buy, like experience potions, rarity potions, but I would advise against buying those, of course. And then you have fortune cards that can have, let's see, I heard that you can get stash tabs, well, inventory tabs if you prefer. There are some costumes in there, decorative artifacts, retcon devices, experience and rarity boosts, things like that. I wouldn't spend my money there, but you know, if that's your bag, well, go for it. More power to you. Anyway, I wouldn't do it. You know, so far I enjoy the game,
I've come a
but
long way from that
is it a
gypsy camp.
AAA game? I wouldn't say so right now. Perhaps with a lot of polishing, in 6 months, the game will probably be much better. There are still a lot of different bugs right now, but we'll see. Anyway, when you're in public zones like where I was at the beginning, you have overworld bosses that appear, and those you cannot solo. And the more people are there, the longer it takes to kill them. But they do drop nice loot, and every boss that you kill drops a medal like this, and each medal gives bonuses that are related to the boss that it dropped from. And some can give some really interesting skills. You have also 2 spots for artifacts. So far I only have one on, is it Storm, I think? No, on Phoenix. It was given to me by during the story. So they're probably pretty rare drops. Still, the artifacts can also affect your gameplay to a great extent. And well, every character comes with its one costume, but it's possible to either find other costumes through drops or buy them. Of course, buying costumes is more for the impatient people like me, or the people that have way too much money on their hands and don't know what to do with it. So anyway, aside from that, each character has several item slots, and items just like in other ARPGs like Diablo, they have affixes, so basically powers. So in this case, it will give +1 to one of my skills. For that one, it grants me a skill at a certain level. So usually what's more interesting is having a +1 or +2 to a skill, because even if you put experience in your Tonic Gloom skill, once it reaches level 3, well, the item you're wearing no longer serves any purpose. While this one, I can improve my Menacing X all the time, and it will get a +1 to its level. So it's always good. Anyway, that was a very, very quick look and rather superficial. But I wanted to do it right away so that you got a chance to buy a Founders Pack if you want. Because Founders Packs will disappear after June the 3rd. So basically, once the game is released for everyone, Founders Packs are over, done. So then if you really want a specific hero without playing through the game and trying to find that job, then you will have to spend real life money and hope for the best. So that's it for tonight. So I hope you found this video informative. Probably not as informative as I would have liked it to be. Still, hopefully this game will catch catch the eye of some of you, and who knows, maybe I'll see you in a game, and maybe we'll even create a Dwarven Grudge guild at some point. That would be interesting. Anyway, have fun. See ya.